Good morning on this beautiful day in the Tennessee Valley. I was driving into work this morning and realized that in just a few short weeks, the kids are going to be out for the summer. I'm sure parents and kids and grandparents alike are counting down the days to that freedom that summer brings. But if you're watching us this morning and you have a graduating senior or a current high school student, listen to what your science-oriented child might want to do this summer. Kevin Lusk is here. He is with the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Medical Society, and essentially it's like a free camp for future doctors. Is that right?
That's exactly what it is, and that's what we're hoping they'll do. We hope they'll become doctors or at least pursue a career in medicine.
You know what? I've caught myself, as I said, the science-oriented kids out there. There are a lot of doctors who did not gravitate to a biology degree.
No, and actually the founder of this program, Dr. Mark Brzezinski, a local plastic surgeon, he went through his undergrad, he was accepted, he did piano, he studied classical piano, he was accepted to Juilliard, and he's like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I want to pursue medicine. So we have kids that go into college, they pursue an arts degree, and then when they're done, they realize, you know what?
Right.
I want to help people. I want to go into medicine, and that's how they make their turn.
I think Michael Zarnecki was a firefighter before he became a pulmonologist. So yeah, you're absolutely right. So, okay, so I know the deadline is kind of looming on May 1st, but what does this application process look like? What do they do?
It's very simple. It's a form. It has a couple short essay questions on it, but we also ask them to have someone to nominate them. They can be a math teacher, a science teacher, a guidance counselor, principal. It can be someone at their church. We're not specific in who we say to nominate them. But one thing we do ask is have a letter of reference with it. So we don't formally say that on the application, but here's a little hint. If you include one, it helps. Okay. So a letter of recommendation, and that's basically it.
So it's 3 days in June, right?
It's four. It's 4 days in June.
Okay.
It's June 18th through 22nd, I think. 18th through the 22nd, and it's half-day didactic each day, and the other half is shadowing doctors.
Okay, you lost me already. A half-a-day didactic. What does that mean?
So
like
it's
a
hands-on
lecture?
learning. Hands-on learning. Last year we had the kids. They dissected a pig heart. We had a wilderness medicine segment where we gave them random things. You're like, okay, you're stuck in the wilderness. How do you help someone that breaks a leg? And you use these things to figure out how to put things together. So it's hands-on. We want them to think a little bit, but we also talk about the basics of what is medical school? What does it take to get in? We have the residents at UT College of Medicine over at Erlanger talk to them about what their experience was like and what advice they would give kids today if they were in high school and they want to go into medicine. So
who, I mentioned the high school senior that's graduating this May, but if you are a freshman, can you apply?
Now you can start getting your stuff together for it because of hospital rules and have to be 18 and other things. It's rising high school seniors and recent high school graduates. So those that are graduating in 2024 or will be graduating in 2025.
Gotcha.
Right.
So for the rising seniors, does this look good on the college application?
Definitely, they should definitely do it. It shows that they took an interest in pursuing medicine early, and we have some kids that go through this and they're like, okay, this medicine's not for me, and that's fine. That's another part of the program to help you figure out if you want to do it. We had one student go through it and they were like, it's not for me, but they became an accountant, but they're working for a medical practice. They still wanted to stay in the healthcare field.
And you know what? I think that's a real hang-up that a lot of young people today have. They live in this world where they're always asked, what are you going to do? And they have to have their mind made up. At 18, and you don't.
No, you don't, and that's part of it. Just do different things, figure out what interests you, and you may find something you love, you may find something you don't like, but that's the whole point of figuring things out.
Okay, so how many spaces are there?
We have about 15 to 20, it just depends on each year.
Not a ton.
Not a lot, and we have about 60 to 100 apply each year, so it's competitive.
It's okay.
But we get all walks of life. We get your private school students, we get your public school students locally, but we also get those from the rural areas like Bledsoe County and Polk County that also apply, and we try to get a pretty good demographic of. So this
is regional, not just Chattanooga, Hamilton County.
Right. It can be North Georgia, anything in your viewing area. We consider that what's open to everybody.
That's highly competitive.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, so they've got these 4 days in June.
Right.
These 15 to 20 geniuses come your way. They all, I guess, do the same didactic in the morning.
They do.
And then, do they get to choose the types of physicians they shadow?
We ask them to give us preferences. Sometimes it depends. During the summer, physicians, their schedule's a little bit all over the place. but we try to get them with internal medicine at least, definitely. But if they want to see a surgery, we try to set them up with a surgeon. If they're interested in physical therapy, we try to set them up with a physical therapist.
Okay.
So we try to cater with what they have. Now we're limited because we only have so many doctors that can match it with their schedules and the like. But we try to give them a little bit, a swath of what everything is like.
Is Mark Brzezinski one of the ones you can shadow?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
yeah. And and they love plastic. They think, a lot of people think plastic surgery is just cosmetic, but it's so much more than that.
And he is so much more than that. He's a very fun person. Okay, so here's where you get your application in, because the deadline is looming on May 1st.
Right.
Chatmd.org is the website you go to, and there are the dates for you to mark on your calendar, and hopes you're one of the 20 spots that gets a position. So thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Julie.
This day we always tell our dad joke of the week. You're a dad, so here's one for Aaliyah when you get home. You ready?
Yeah.
Here's our funny friend Jason with this week's dad joke of the week.